There's a crackle, Kristina.
Really? I don't hear it.
It was just before. It's not now.
I hear the fan.
Yeah, me too. It's nice. It's right at me.
Oh,
I like it.
You guys look very relaxed over there. It's nice. How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm a little hot and stinky. I've already washed my armpits in the bathroom once.
Yeah.
But I didn't go the hand sanitizer route.
That might be a little too much information to start the show with.
Sorry, everybody.
Why don't you introduce the show?
Hello, everyone. You've tuned in to 11th Hour Radio, broadcasting live from WFVRLP 96.5 Royalton Community Radio. With Kristina Stykos and Emily Howe. We come to you every Friday at 11 a.m.
Oh, sorry. I'm still adjusting some things here.
Okay, it's all right.
Adjust. Okay, I think we're good now.
What does it mean if you can't wash the stink out of your armpit?
This means you're just crazy.
It might just be in my shirt now. Dang it.
I think you're fine.
I would like to wear a sleeveless shirt today, but it's not very Victorian, so...
I think you're too self-critical.
Just have to have everyone stay away from me.
Love yourself today.
I'll try, but my armpits are not that lovable.
Just love it. Love it all.
I tried to make a list.
Yeah,
It's
well...
not very...
Well, heat wave coming.
I have that written here. It says
Yeah.
heat wave is
I'm pretty worried about it. You know why?
Why?
Because I do not do shorts.
Kristina, just do shorts.
No, I don't.
This could be good for you.
No.
Cross some boundaries with yourself.
Nope.
Kristina, love yourself.
Well,
Do you want me to give you some of Eli's big baggy basketball shorts? You'd probably like those.
No.
I think you should wear. I think you should wear
It's
shorts.
nice of you.
Shorts and bare feet are nice in the summer.
I might.
Ira
He doesn't like shorts.
Yeah, Ira also doesn't like shorts. Why don't you like shorts though, Ira?
'Cause.
Yeah. You don't have to have a reason, Emily.
He usually tells me that his legs are all banged up and he doesn't want people seeing it.
My legs are not banged up.
That's usually what you say to me when I...
Nice.
That's the same for me. I have bruises that just appear that I don't know how I got them.
You have a couple there, buddy. Not too bad, though.
Yeah. But I
love shorts.
I don't do shorts. No.
What about, like, capris?
No.
Oh, careful, Ira.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, I don't like
God.
capris either.
I did.
They hit right at the wide part of your calf, and then they make it look like your legs are just like triangles.
Yeah, especially if they are.
Eli's reading my list, and
Okay, what's at the top of your list?
Neutering.
Okay, neutering what?
Our dog Brock went in to get neutered yesterday, and it's so sad. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like, I didn't know what they were exactly going to do. Like, if they just cut a little
Snip a tube.
And the program that does it is called V-Snip. Like, it's Vermont Snip.
So you
it's
think
Vermont Spay and Neuter, but it sounds kind of funny that it's V-Snip.
V-Snip. Wow.
Eli, stop reading my list. It makes me self-conscious. Yeah, I know. You don't have to point to things on my list. Anyway, I thought, like, do they leave all the junk and just snip the tube like they do with humans?
Wait, back up. You just said
Neutering.
junk. What do you mean by junk? Could you define that?
The sack thing. I was hoping they would take off everything so he would just have like a smooth belly. But that's not how it works, apparently. They leave the penis.
Well, of course they do.
Well,
for goodness sakes, it's not about that.
I don't like it there. I wish it was gone.
Oh my gosh,
I have issues with boy dogs because they always want you to rub their belly, so they roll over, and then there's this thing, and you've got to try to figure out, do I rub above it? Do I rub below it?
You have a farm.
Rub around it? Yeah, but my farm animals do not flip over prone and have me rub their belly. It's just...
You should have figured this out
And most of my farm animals are female. The horses are female. The sheep are mostly female.
No. Dexter isn't.
Dexter.
That's true. We have a boy horse, but...
Boy, I was going to talk about misogyny today, but this is sort of reverse misogyny.
Whenever he is warm, though, he lets it all hang out, and it's really disturbing to me.
I'm so sorry.
It disturbs anyone who walks by. They're like, what is that? It's creepy. We all think it's creepy. Eli, I know. I'm getting to that part on my list. Just, I got to segue. You can't just make me jump from one thing to another here, buddy.
Okay.
Anyway. So whatever. Brock got neutered. They took the round things away. And so now it's just like a little stitched up patch there. Mm-hmm. But he was so sad last night. And we didn't know what to do because he would whimper. And I was like, well, maybe he should come up and sleep in our room with us. So he's right near us. But he's a big dog and he doesn't do stairs. So he wouldn't come up the stairs. So I'm like, I don't know what to do, John. How about I don't know. Maybe one of us sleep on the couch and have him sleep next to us. Oh, I hear that sound again. Oh, it was the fan.
Yeah.
It was when the fan turned on and off.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, after a while, I just went to bed because John was trying to figure out how to deal with this. And I came down at 1 a.m. and John was sleeping in a sleeping bag on our brick floor next to the dog on his dog bed.
Good for him.
And John stayed there all night long with him. It was really cute.
I love John.
He's nice. And he's the oldest of all of us. I should have slept on the brick floor. My back is not as bad as his.
But you don't do camping very well.
We went camping this week.
I know, but you always... I know how you are about sleeping on the ground.
I'm fine. I just had I had pads under me. I'm fine. I like to camp, but it was...
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Listen to Ira.
I liked it, except for it was like the coldest night that it's been.
See, you're
sort of
complaining
frosted
about it
at our
already.
house. And we set up a whole mess of tents because the kids all wanted their own tent. But then as soon as darkness fell, everyone climbed into the one tent and we were packed in there like little sardines. I know. Well, Eli was already in there. And then, as the night progressed, since it was so cold out and there were so many of us in the tent, the condensation was bad enough on the tent that it was like it was raining heavily. So anytime anyone touched the side of the tent, just wetness would come in and everyone's pillows were wet and there was drip, dripping in the corners.
Yeah, that's camping. That's the definition of camping. So if you don't like that...
very many of us, at least we could have been in the center and stayed away from like the drips. But And then my little nephew talked in his sleep. At one point, he yelled, "No, Eli, give me that so I can hit somebody with it." We're like, whoa. And then Eli woke up in the middle of the night feeling super sick and nauseous, and he was packed in the middle of everybody. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, God, please don't throw up in this tent where there's no way to get out without climbing over like 6 other sleeping bodies. And apparently the smell of his own breath was making him nauseous. So he had to go up to the house and brush his teeth in the middle of the night. So that was fun.
Well, I understand why you hate camping now.
I don't hate camping.
Yes, you do. Everything you've just said proves it.
No,
it's an awful traumatic experience for you to be out there in a tent with these younger people.
And coyotes were howling too in the night, which didn't bother us at all, but it made the dogs up in the house go crazy. And we weren't up there to say, it's okay, quiet. Usually if they hear something, we say, it's okay. no bark, or whatever. But so they barked. We could hear them at the house just barking and barking and barking for hours because they could hear the coyotes and there was no people to tell them it was okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
That's... Wow.
That was that.
That was that. Well, I have a little story about smoke detectors that you might be interested in.
Absolutely.
Do you have them in
I'm
your
on
house?
the fire department
Do you
now.
have?
Yes, we have them.
I mean, you have to say yes if you're on the fire department.
Yeah,
you have
we're
to say
really
you have
careful
them
about
even
them.
if you don't. Okay.
We have smoke detectors.
You do?
We have carbon monoxide detectors. And I
Okay.
believe we have a radon detector in the basement as well.
I was a little upset to find out that most smoke detectors are radioactive.
What?
Right? They have a radioactive element in them, and that's what makes them work, right?
Sweet Jesus, is nothing safe anymore?
No, but there is another kind. It's photoelectric, which responds. It has a little light element that responds to the presence of smoke. So years ago. I went out and I bought all the photoelectric kind.
Mm-hmm.
And
your house is a little scary because you sleep way up on the third floor, and you only have the one. Do you have any way to get out if you didn't take the central staircase?
I actually sleep on the couch by the downstairs.
All right, but if you slept in your bedroom,
isn't there like a big opening in between? That you should put a huge fire pole down so you can just
that's
yeah. But what if the middle of the house is on fire? She would need a fire pole outside her window or something.
There's nothing to be on fire. There's empty space.
Yeah, exactly. He's right.
He's not.
No, he's got a good concept there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did kind of always want a fire pole in my house, or
I had
a slide.
I had
a slide going down the stairs. I always thought would be really cool.
On this side of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those smoke detectors that I had that I went out and bought, I didn't ever put them up. I just kept them in a basket for years and years, probably for a decade. They sat in a basket, 6 fire smoke detectors. But finally last year, you remember that that friend of a friend who parked her RV in my driveway? Well, she ended up putting up the smoke detectors for me, which was really cool.
Great.
Yeah, but you know what happens when the battery runs low on the smoke detectors? Yeah, they chirp once a minute. They start
and they
to
do
chirp.
it, and they do it for months if you don't change them.
Exactly. So that started happening this week, and I could not get the thing off the wall. I couldn't stop it.
Oh, my brother-in-law and sister have really high cathedral ceilings with one way up there, and so when it starts chirping, it goes for months because it's so high up. They have to get a really intricate. They have to bring some sort of long special ladder in and do all these things.
Yeah.
And nobody likes to go up high in that house, so it's...
Then I'm not the only one who's kind of has this issue. Because I let it go the first night. I slept to the sound of the chirping smoke
kind of like
alarm.
a cricket.
Well, it's not. It's piercing. It's meant to disturb you.
You can kind of put something around your head. My kids sleep right through the alarms, which is scary to me.
Yeah.
I think they've trained themselves, though, because the dogs do sometimes bark in the middle of the night and loud noises sometimes happen at our house in the night. The kids sleep right through them.
Yeah.
You do. Do you ever hear the dog barking in the night?
Yes, a lot.
I don't.
Yeah, Eli doesn't. Eli sleeps like a rock.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know how to train somebody to wake up to a smoke alarm.
You can't. That's why you're the parent. You have to be the parent. You have to wake up.
I know.
That's why you're super vigilant.
I'm usually already awake.
You have to develop superpowers as a parent.
We have those escape ladders that you can hook to your windowsill and then go down them.
I should get that.
They're neat. I have one under Eli's bed. I don't know if I have one in my room.
I've wanted one my whole life. I've wanted
We probably have an extra.
Do you have an extra? Because you guys have a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Could you check and see if you have an extra ladder? Because I'll take that. So anyway, this thing chirped all the night through. And then the next day I said, you know what? I have to figure out how to get it off. It's actually up on a beam. So I finally disengaged it from the screws and I got it down. And so that night I put it in the kitchen.
But you didn't take the batteries
out? I couldn't figure out how to get into it then. I couldn't figure out how to open the thing up.
Doesn't it just have a little screw backing?
No, it didn't. And I couldn't open it up, so I put it in the kitchen.
Is it a screw? Do you just twist the whole top?
That's what you'd think. That would be logical.
Just smash it.
I kind of didn't want to break it because they're expensive. They're like $40. And I thought I really should. I wanted to. I was mad at it. I would have thrown it at somebody, but
You just put it outside.
Well, that's exactly what I did yesterday. Is I put it out in the woodshed, because, my house has an open floor plan, so putting something in the kitchen that makes noise doesn't really
help.
It doesn't.
No,
it's not isolated from the living room. So I took it, and it's currently in the woodshed chirping.
Okay.
So I just wondered, do you have any suggestions for me?
Well, I guess I'd have to look at it.
I almost brought it.
I feel like you must have to twist. If you don't see any access point,
there's a thumb.
Got to be a twist.
There's a
a slider.
There's a thumbprint that you put your thumb in and you think that you can pull it open, but it doesn't.
Maybe it
pull.
springs. Maybe it springs apart. Maybe you have to just press the thumbprint harder.
No,
it will boing apart.
I have to show you.
Screws that are holding it down. Because you just take a drill and drill out the screws, and then just lift the whole back off.
Okay, I think it should be easier though, shouldn't it? I just somehow I feel, but I'll check that out.
Yeah.
If that's the.
I bet you that you have to push or the thumb has to like slide.
Yeah. So now I don't know. I felt like it's probably okay in the woodshed because there's chipmunks out there that probably think it's a chipmunk.
Yeah.
It sounds a little bit like a chipmunk chirping.
I love when they get really fussy in the trees and they do that like rattling chirp that goes.
I'm probably attracting chipmunks.
Don't push my keychain, Eli.
Why couldn't you? We're far enough from your car. Or what would happen?
I don't know. Can we hear the alarm? I don't want the
alarm.
alarm.
He wants to hear the alarm.
I never heard the alarm.
Let's just try it. Let's have an experiment.
No, you guys are all bad influences.
Yeah, I want to gang up on you today because I've got helpers. So anyway, so I guess we didn't really solve that problem, but. I'll just deal with it.
Maybe if you looked it up online,
I can move it.
It will show you a diagram.
I got an idea. I got to move it to the mailbox.
That's a great idea.
Then I won't hear it at all.
I know.
And it'll eventually die. I mean, it might take a year.
It might not take long because it's hot inside mailboxes, and that'll fry the batteries right away. You know how mailboxes are hot.
Or you can put it in water.
No, you don't want to take it. You don't want to put it in water. The problem is that your batteries are going to get corroded if you get it.
Right.
In any hot or wet place. I don't know, Kristina. Maybe our listeners will have some solid advice for you.
Okay, I could send it back to the manufacturer.
So they could change the battery for you?
Oh, God. They shouldn't make it so hard to get into the thing,
kidding.
Really. I mean,
it's like the more expensive it is, the harder it is.
And I'm not that stupid.
Just the cheap ones.
I'm even technical.
They slide off on the back just like a remote control, doohickey clicker thing that you just slide, that you put your thumb on the little grooves and you slide it back and there's the batteries right there. Easy peasy. Yeah,
this is more of an existential dilemma when it comes down to it. Just that this kind of thing occurs when you have a busy week and you have, you need to sleep at night and you just don't have time to figure it out.
I know. That happens to me a lot. Little things that weren't really planned on, that I don't have time to deal with, are always happening. Usually it's more people-centric, not like smoke detector-centric, but like someone always calls and wants something. They want to borrow something, or they want to know if I can do a favor, or if they can... There's always just some little addition to my day that I wasn't expecting.
Right.
That I can't really say no to without looking like a total jerk.
I was trying to find somebody's address this morning and I couldn't find it.
People are always asking me for people's addresses and phone numbers.
Yeah.
And I don't really get why people do that. It's kind of rude because, if I have to go look it up, what's the difference in me looking it up and them looking it up?
Well,
unless they think I just have it like right there in front of me all the time, which I don't.
Well, you kind of look like somebody who might know things like that.
It's my own fault. It's because I've loaned things and done favors for people my whole life, and now everyone just expects it from me. And I know, like, I have such low self-esteem that I feel like...
obligated.
I feel obligated.
Yeah.
Like, I keep stuff that I don't need in my house, and that's why my house is so crowded, because I'm afraid that somebody will need to borrow an extra pair of skis or skates or a vintage costume or something. So I keep extra stuff that I don't need, just so nobody will get mad at me when I say, nope, can't help you, when they ask to borrow something.
And see, I have John's problem. I do that with books.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also have some Frisbees and stuff in the basement. If you went in my basement, you'd see some stuff that I've been saving for kids. Like half of the stuff in my house is for kids, and I can't let go of it because I just think it's
this next generation is coming along. It's fine.
I know, and it's good stuff that you're not gonna maybe get.
You should haul some of it out this summer when the grandbabies come.
Yeah, I will.
The bigger grandbaby is like big enough to play with things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not like the BB guns and whatever else you have down there. But
I got him the Book of the Month Club for Christmas last Christmas. So he's been getting a book.
They ship to Italy?
Yeah.
Is that horribly expensive for you to do it to Italy?
No, it wasn't bad.
Oh, good.
It's a Book of the Month Club, so they got it figured out. You just
like
pay.
the Jam of the Month Club?
Yeah, it's like that.
Or the wine?
And it's classic children's books.
Oh,
so he
cool.
gets a classic children's book once a month, and then they always text me a picture of it, and he says, "Oh, this is his favorite one." So
that's so cute.
it's really fun. Yeah. Well, I guess
it's better
time
than
for a song.
jam. I don't really like jam anyway.
Do you like jelly?
Yeah, I mean, I find them equal in my heart.
No, they are not equal.
Which one has the seeds? Jam?
Jam.
Yeah, I like seeds. But I like not
it's more
seeds,
than
too.
just seeds.
I only like certain
It's
jams
flesh.
and jellies.
It's flesh.
I like grape and I like raspberry.
Jam or jelly?
Both.
You like jelly? Who likes jelly? Most people.
I grew up
You
on
do? You
I
like
grew up
Wait,
on jelly.
Do you like it because it's like smooth? Ira?
I don't know. Wait, is jam like...
Jam has the hunks in it. Jelly is clear. Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both sweet. That's
It
cool.
depends what kind of fruit it is. Even though I like strawberries as a whole, strawberry jam, like the lumps of like mushy strawberry in it,
I
are
like
just,
that.
I don't know. I can't quite
You're
stomach
supposed
them.
to smush it on the toast. Like you're supposed to push it down and smooth it out.
But it's like it almost turns, the texture of it turns into almost like a leathery thing that I don't like to bite into. It makes me kind of
Makes me sick. The way you describe it kind of makes me feel nauseous.
Sorry.
But I like strawberry jam, so I don't know.
I saw a really good video clip that you might like actually about vegetarianism, and it was this guy who said he was addressing all the meat eaters out there, and he said, if I brought in a chicken right now and killed it in front of you, like, would you still want to eat it? And most meat eaters said, oh no, that puts me off my food. And he's like, well, that must mean that we're not naturally supposed to be meat eaters, because, you know, anything that eats meat, a predator, it's not bothered at all by the gore and the violence of it. And the predators, people or things who are supposed to eat meat, are physically equipped to kill the meat themselves. He said, look at a human person. We have soft little hands and we don't have like the big canine incisors. Mm-hmm. So in the grand scheme of nature, if he brought a big pig in and said, kill this pig with your bare hands, like, you're not equipped to do it. And it would make almost everybody who eats meat like sick to watch that happen.
Okay, I have an ethical issue that's
What?
related to this. Okay, we have these sacred pools where we go. They're sort of secret out in the woods.
Who's we? What are you talking about?
My hiking companion.
Oh, okay.
And
Sacred.
we find this secret place out in the Chattagee. Okay,
And kill
it's beautiful
pigs there.
Well, no, no.
Sorry.
There's no pigs there.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
But there's trout. There's baby trouts. But so my hiking companion, he's all excited to go there and fish for a fish in the sacred pool.
Yeah.
And I feel like you shouldn't take a fish out of a sacred pool. How do you feel?
Who made it sacred, though? Just
You can feel it.
okay. I don't know. See, I grew up not being bothered by the process, because I think if you are going to eat meat, you should be able to humanely take the life and be able to eat it yourself. But I also don't really think probably humans are meant to eat meat either at this point. Like,
there are certain places in the woods that are super special.
yeah.
And they, it's like this whole spirit of being protectors of the earth. Should we be like killing things everywhere we go? Shouldn't there be some places
but it's
that
true,
are
though, when you look at our bodies.
But it's the idea of sanctuary.
Yeah.
That there's got to be sanctuary.
The only reason that we can kill things is with tools that aren't really, they aren't naturally given to us.
We have power. We have power to create sanctuary. We have power to kill.
I liked this guy's point that if we were meant to, and if it was healthy for us to, if we were meant to eat meat all the time, our body would have been equipped with predator type features to be able to kill that meat. And he said that it's screwed up if people are so turned off by the thought of an animal being killed, yet they go and eat meat. Like, you can't have both. You can't say like, oh, I'm going to pretend this didn't come from an animal. It just came from the supermarket in a clean little package. Like, it can't be both. You can't can't eat meat and yet be disgusted by the idea of killing an animal.
People around here, though, they're fine with eating things that they've, like, shot themselves.
No, I know. I think that there are certain... I don't know. I think there's a big broad spectrum of okay and not okay in this situation.
People are sort of at different places with it, which I think is fine.
I think there's a certain breed of hunters that do it correctly.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a majority of hunters that do not do it correctly.
Right. Whereas my hiking companion, I feel like he does it correctly when he when he fishes and hunts and stuff, but I still contend that there are certain places that should be sort of designated sanctuaries.
Yeah, and I also contend that probably, despite my belief that if you do it correctly and the animal had a happy life and there's no harm coming to them, I know it's time for music. That it's kind of okay, but it's also true that I don't think we probably were meant from the start to be eating meat in the first place, or we would have been built differently.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I know.
So,
all right, she's going to play music.
What's Ira going to say?
We have teeth. That's a predator thing.
Well, everything has teeth. Even things that eat only plants have teeth.
Ducks.
Bunnies have teeth.
Do ducks have teeth? I think that's a good question.
Ducks
they
kind of have little ridges.
They have something.
Okay, bunnies only eat plants and they have teeth.
Chickens don't.
Chickens have a little bit of teeth. Here comes the train.
Well, let's talk about snails when we come back, because I have a very important thing to say about snails.
Oh, me too. Okay.
So here's
Hopefully
the train.
It's not the same thing.
Here's the train. We just have to hear the train. That's terrifying to do today. What? The power of the train.
Hello.
Give me back my microphone.
Okay, we're going to a song by Bo Thayer called Snakebite. Here it is.
Oh, I know this one.
I don't.
With the fork tongue knife, the backstab, and brunette was just my type. Well, we took a walk down a Cheaters Creek where the water runs deep. The water runs deep down a Cheaters Creek, and I pushed her in for a bigger deal. I got a mean grip. I got a voice that's loud. I got a snake bite. I can't reach the sucker poison out. Well, a river run road, I'm driving my truck, and it got stuck, and it started to flood like a river of gills running through my blood. I licked it hard like sugar from a shack, and I take on my bullet, get down to the track. Ain't a horse swim around, my heart stand still. I stick to my winners in a bottle of will. I got a mean grip, I got a voice that's loud. I got a snake bite, I can't reach, suck the poison out. I got a mean grip, I got a voice that's loud. I got a snake bite, I can't reach, suck the poison out.
What's not yours?
Oh, Ira has my headphones and I have his.
These ones are tighter.
I know. Give them to Mom.
That was both air. Snake bite. Used to love to play that song with Bo.
That's your hand. That's a clogging move.
What's a clogging move?
Snake bite.
Really? What's it look like?
Well, I'm sitting down right now, but like you double step with your left, drag your right one over, and then slam it next to your other foot, like a snake was slithering up to you, and then bite right at your ankle.
Wow, I like that.
A lot of the clogging moves are they make sense, which is good and helpful for remembering them.
So they have a basis in natural things.
Yes, they do.
That's cool. Yeah, so want to go into the science part of our show? Since I know you love science.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Love it.
Eli likes science. I got a couple items. The first one's about neutrinos. Okay,
I don't know what that is.
No, here you gotta hear me out.
It's not a car, Ira. I don't think.
I know this doesn't sound as great as it is. It's actually so great. Okay, so first of all, let me set the stage. You know, when an airplane goes faster than the speed of sound, it makes a sound.
Barrier.
It makes a sound.
Yeah.
Right? It goes boom.
Right.
Well, imagine a drop of water and a neutrino.
What's a neutrino?
Well, we know that neutrinos go faster than the speed of light when they go through water.
What is it, though?
It's a neutrino. It's a thing. So what does it...
Like a neutron? Is it based on the word neutron?
No, don't ask me what it is. That's
Is it like a
asking...
little atom?
That's like I'm telling you what it does. It's not a bug.
Protozoa? Or a...
No, listen, if I describe to you what it does, then you're going to understand better what it is.
Okay.
Because as we is who we are. What we do makes who we are, right?
I guess.
So, so the neutrino goes through water, and it goes faster than the speed of light. So what does it make as a byproduct?
Sound. What? More water? No.
Faster than the speed of light? It makes light.
I don't know.
It makes light. It gives off light.
What?
It does. It goes faster than the speed of light, and so it makes light. And that's how we know that it's going faster than the speed of light.
I don't understand.
Like where the airplanes go faster than the speed of sound.
It's not my best subject, science.
Is this a neutron? Like
Neutrino. No, neutrino.
Neutrino.
A neutrino can go through you. It can go through steel. It can go through a planet. It just goes right through.
And destroys it?
No, it just passes through. It doesn't disturb anybody. It just makes light when it goes through water because it's going
can't go
faster
through your
than
body,
the speed
though.
of light.
No, I think you're making this up.
Light
Okay.
through my body right now.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's light in my stomach?
Yep.
No, there isn't. Kristina.
Yes, there is. Why
You should not. You should not be a children's science
can you-
teacher.
Is it like atomic fission or something?
Well, that's another complicated
Kristina is-
term that I.
Dude, Christina's full of BS right now.
I just
She's
want
not
you to
making any
think
sense.
about this one beautiful thing. This one beautiful thing.
I never heard of this. Just
No.
making it up.
Did you ever hear of something going faster than the speed of light?
Yeah.
Tell me. You
Yes.
did not. Did not.
Faster-
Liar.
Yes.
Pants
No.
on fire.
No. All the stupid space things are always going faster, or they want to go faster than the speed of light.
That's different. Wanting to go faster than the speed of light is different than going the speed of light.
I think they do sometimes.
Coming different.
Certain things go faster than the speed of light because...
Well, that's time travel.
But you
Excuse
know
me.
what? Sound must be much slower than light because you can go faster than the speed of sound really easily. We used to do
Right.
experiments in science class on either end of the ball field, and we could easily go faster than the speed of sound. But light is, I don't know. I don't know
I
much
can't
about
believe you're
light.
not impressed by
Kids-
that. So we're just
kids-
gonna go.
Get off my phone.
We're gonna go to the next.
Oh, great! Look, Eli's gonna fact check you. He's gonna Google it. You're not playing on my phone, are you?
Yeah, pass the microphone over to Eli.
Well,
Okay.
you look it up first.
He's got it.
A neutrino is a subatomic particle. So the mass is close to zero. So it doesn't really react with normal matter.
There you go. This is the key to time travel, Emily. You should just stay up on it because it might
There's
come
three
in handy.
3 kinds of neutrinos are known. They're associated with the electron, the muon, and the I don't even know how to pronounce this word. Tau.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
I don't know.
T-A-U. T-A-U. Tau. That's probably a Greek
That seems
letter. I can see you're deeply moved by this.
I'm still not
It's
grasping
profound.
any of it, but what? That's okay. Science, it's just not my thing.
So there
Okay.
is light in my stomach?
What?
There is light in my stomach?
Yes, there is. Light has information in it, and it goes into you. So it's great. But Emily, I know you're not interested, obviously, in neutrinos, but you might be interested in snails. Okay,
Neutrino sounds
And I
like
have
a sports drink.
look. Snails are easier to relate to.
They are finding that viscous goo that snails make is like good for something. I can't remember what. Like maybe like it's a moisturizer or it takes away your wrinkles. I don't know. Although snails are quite wrinkly themselves, so you wouldn't think that would be a thing. But there's
not. They're smooth.
some place in Asia where they have huge snails and they harvest the goo. They just have these snails and then they like wipe the slime off them and they use it for some product.
Snails are nice.
So
That's
they're
like
farming
that's
them.
like milking a cow, sort of.
Kind of like they just kind of gently squeeze it
How
off
do you
the
know
snail.
they do it gently? They might just smush them.
I don't think so because that wouldn't be very
Oh, that's like
cost-effective.
harvesting spider webs. You can't kill the spider.
Snails aren't even supposed to be called snails. I mean, that's like
Oh, I'm thinking of slugs, not snails anyway.
that. The snail is actually a gastropod.
Oh. Okay.
Why do I have all you nerd people in the studio with me here today?
Well, look, I haven't even said what I want to say. I'm going to talk about
sorry.
snails, and this
Go.
I have to give credit
Do
to our
it.
listener, Paul, who kind of turned me on to this video about snails, and it's about how snails, when they get romantic, like what they do.
Oh, have you seen the movie Microcosmos? And there's this love scene between the two snails, and they're like dabbing at each other with their little antennas, and it's so cute.
Well, they actually, you could say it's cute, but I would beg to differ because they actually shoot poison darts at each other.
Oh, Jesus! Hey, didn't I send you a picture of that giant African snail that somebody was like cuddling?
No,
Yes, I did.
I don't think.
It was so
Probably,
it was
I
so
think
cute.
I probably deleted it.
Probably shot a giant poison dart at someone.
Yeah.
I don't think snails have poison darts, Christina.
Yes, they do. Well,
Just
they're
poison
not,
to each
they're not
other.
okay, it's not poison. It's
Well,
hormone.
it doesn't seem very romantic.
it's not-
Although it does seem
right.
technically we humans are
let me-
shooting emotional poison darts at each other.
Yeah, I guess it's subjective whether you consider it
Eli,
poison
get off my
or
phone.
you consider it hormones. Okay, because it's hormones.
Pheromones.
But an argument could be made that hormones are sort of like poison.
How
Does it
fast
make
is
you
the
crazy?
How fast
if,
is the
if
speed
it
of
doesn't
smell?
kill you, a hormone, right? It makes you crazy if it doesn't kill you.
Speed of smell is not a smell.
The speed of smell.
When you're smelling something, you inhale particles of the thing you smell into your nose.
Right, but how fast can the particles move?
Speed of sound.
Like, no, they move like a particle. Like, my guess is probably like sort of like a dust particle.
Yeah.
That fast?
Fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Fast or slow.
So, like, if someone farts, the sound gets to you before the particle can get to you.
Yes.
Because the speed of sound is faster than the speed of smell.
Okay, I want to get back to
Sorry,
snails. Can we
snails.
get back to snails, please?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what happens? They get romantic. They kind of try to overpower each other.
Are they trying to paralyze each other with these darts?
They're hermaphrodites.
Then why do they need to get romantic? Can't they just get romantic with themselves?
Well, I got so upset by this snail video that I had to turn it off. Like, it got too graphic at a point because they added all these sound effects, like sticky, gooey sound effects.
Ew.
And it was so, like, weird. It just, if they had just not added the sound effects, I might have gotten through to the end of the video, but I had to turn it off.
Sounds nasty. This is like
I think it
snail
was
porn.
insulting. It was. And it was insulting to the snails to add that sound effects to their intimate moments. I think it was totally unnecessary. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's
why-
anthropomorphizing.
If there are hermaphrodites, I guess I knew that because sometimes if you catch a snail and you put it in a little bowl, like 5 minutes later, there's like bazillions of other little snails, and you're like, huh, that's weird. Where do they come from? So they just make them whenever they feel like it, I think.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's good that we talk about science in this way. Because I
In this
really,
uninformed.
yeah,
way.
because I hate NPR's Science Friday. I hate it so much. They talk about space, but they talk about it in a way that is so it's so dry. I think what I don't like about
Space
science is it's too
I
dry.
hate space anyway.
It's because space is not really
Let's
dry.
just stop going. Let's leave it alone. Leave space alone.
Well, no, let's penetrate space. Let's make space interesting. Let's
Form a new colony on a different planet.
That's it. If that
I
has
don't want a new colony on a different planet. Why don't we just
Emily,
fix
it's
this
already
one?
happened. There
No, it
are
hasn't.
colonies on other planets.
Well, not of us.
There are.
Well-
we have to stop being naive
Oh,
about
I know,
this.
but not like. I just think that we're wasting a lot of time speculating about it when it's not like really in our span of.
Well, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of information out there about it, that it's actually happened already. But if you're tired of talking about science, I have another topic that's going to be way easier for you.
What is it? Did you know that Doritos are the best fire starter in the whole world? Like, if you can't get your fire started, you light a Dorito, and it's like the best kindling you've ever seen in your life.
But it's not like a. I mean, it stays lit forever. They burn for a long time.
It's because they're oily
That's-
and dry corn chips.
It's kind of expensive. Well, maybe not.
No, you can
How
get-
many?
No, you buy them.
you can buy like them at like a big Costco or something, and
buy
then
them in bulk. Then they're like $1 or $2 for like a bunch of huge
Okay.
bag.
All right. Okay.
just saying, if you don't feel like eating the Doritos, there is a better use for them.
You know what? A much misunderstood topic there. Just as the topic that I am going to bring up for you
Okay.
to comment
Let's hear
on,
your
because I
topic.
feel that your opinion about this is going to be very valuable. Okay, how do you feel about throw pillows?
Oh, I kind of like them in theory. Like in other people's houses, they look so pretty, but I don't have them, and I've never. I don't know. No, that's not true. We have 3 throw pillows on the sofa, and they're very brightly colored. They have circus themes on them, and they're kind of pretty. But I don't have throw pillows on beds at all.
Okay, a few questions first.
Yes.
What are they for?
Sometimes we kind of wedge them behind our heads if we're going to watch a movie or something, but oftentimes we move them. We do move them off to the side when we're on the couch.
So I'd say it's like 85-15. 85% of the time you just don't want them there.
Right. Well, it's probably less. It's more of like a 70-30. Like 70% of the time we don't want them there. And 30% of the time, if you're going to like lounge down on the couch, sometimes you do prop one under your head or behind your back or whatever.
Okay. Here's question number 2.
Okay.
How many is too many?
Well, like I said, we have 3 for the whole house, really. Just
That's
on the
it for
couch.
you? Three
Yep.
throw pillows?
Before I came to that house, there were more throw pillows, but that's because all the spare bedrooms in our house is very big, weren't occupied by people. So the beds were set up to look just cuter. So they had throw pillows on the beds. But now that people sleep in all these beds, we don't really have any need for throw pillows. They just end up on the floor.
Now, if you had a choice, if the choice was you could have a throw pillow with like a ugly fabric on it or no throw pillow, what would you choose?
Probably no throw pillow.
Okay, thank you. That's important. I think everybody needs to hear that.
Okay, Eli, get off my phone. What are you looking up? There's nothing to look up about throw pillows. Then get off.
Okay, I've got something for Eli to look up on the phone.
Okay.
Okay,
good.
look up the term afflicted moon.
Afflicted moon.
Can you guess what that's about? That's your other favorite topic after space. It's related to space.
It's astrology. Astrology is not related to space, Kristina.
You said it was. You keep calling it astronomy.
All right, it has like its basis in space related things, but I don't think there's really much connection there.
Between the constellations and space, no connection there?
No. I think that the projected meaning of the constellations isn't really like the same as.
Okay, we have a definition.
Oh, afflicted moon. If the moon in an astrological chart, or any planet for that matter, is afflicted, it means that planet is forming a hard aspect, angular degree, with other planets, asteroids, and poles in that chart. Afflicted usually means, in fact, that there are several hard aspects being formed with that planet, not just one. Your hard aspects are usually thought of as the square, the opposition, the semi-square, the quincunx. That's a weird word, and sometimes the conjunction.
No, that's way
this
better.
This goes on for paid. I can't.
I know.
So it's like the bad guy. I don't know. It goes on to try to explain this about lazy, spoiled, nonchalant, feckless, larcenous, felonious people
That have
who
afflicted.
force you to recognize and cultivate them.
What? they have afflicted moons?
If your moon is afflicted, it can mean your daily moods, habits, diet, and emotions might give you problems in life, especially in difficulties in dealings with females or even your mother.
But that's
so mine.
I don't know. It's not necessarily a bad thing because challenges are good for building character, right?
I guess.
Okay, what else?
It would be cool if there wasn't so many of them, though.
It's time for another song.
Okay.
Except my iPad has gone crazy, so I have to figure out why it's playing this song. Okay.
It's playing something right now?
Yeah, but I have to get it back to the beginning. This is Kokomo Blues by Chris Kleeman.
Okay.
Yes, right make you feel alive. When you get home, baby, right make you feel alive. Going to be consolation, baby, on my worried mind. I left my darling, yes I did, standing in the back door crying. Well, I left my baby, yes, standing in the back door crying. Well, I never felt so sorry before when I hear you sing goodbye. Go down by the river, darling, yes I will, lay down on the ground. your daddy. I'll be back tomorrow night. Yeah, 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 yeah. Baby, don't you want to go back to that sweet living I said. I said, sweet home Kokomo.
Yeah, those guys really know how to rock it.
I got the harmonica.
Malcolm. I always forget the harp player's name is Malcolm. I always forget.
Nobody
his
ever
last
names
name.
anybody Malcolm anymore. It's kind of a cool
and
name.
his is spelled Malkum.
Oh.
Malcolm, which is really interesting.
It's different.
Yeah, so that's Chris Kleeman and Malcolm Blank. Because I can't seem to remember his name.
Oh, his last name is not Blank.
No, it's not
You're
Blank.
just saying
I'm
just
saying
filling in the blank with
yeah.
blank. Okay.
Yeah. So it's time to order firewood, and I have to order my firewood by.
Oh God! Don't even.
I know,
say that
but
already.
I
That's
feel
so
the same
depressing.
way. But I have to order my firewood by postcard. You know why?
Because the firewood man doesn't have any internet. Or
he doesn't
phone.
have a cell phone. He doesn't use a computer. He doesn't have an answering machine, and he's never home.
Yeah.
So I have to send him a postcard. And he used to live in a tent in the summer.
Huh.
Yeah, because he would house sit in the winter for this old woman who was a pianist from Connecticut, and she would come up in the summer and kick him out of the house, and he would go into the woods, put up a tarp, and stay under the tarp all summer. And then in the winter he'd move back. But it is a little hard to reach him.
So I assume somewhere he must have a mailbox.
He does. He has a P.O. box, thank goodness, or I could never get in touch with him.
Are you just going to get long logs and then buck them up yourself?
No, I don't use a chainsaw.
He's going to deliver.
Well, last year he bucked it up for me.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, we should start that process too. But like last year, we didn't start until there was practically snow.
And this year I can help.
Yes, Eli has a chainsaw now. That's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is quite handy when suddenly you discover that there's like 2 actual adult males living in your house. That's like kind of handy.
That's huge.
It's wicked.
That's a
it's wicked
huge
helpful.
help. That's a
Although
huge,
when one's a
huge, huge help.
teenager with teenager brain, it's not as helpful because when you ask them to do something they don't really want to do it.
Well, but then he'll do it when you don't ask him to do it. He'll do it just because he wants to.
Well, he only
So
does
there's
things
a
that he
psychology
thinks is
there.
fun. So the chores
Yeah.
have not become chores yet to him. So he still thinks some of them are fun.
Yeah.
When he gets a little older, he will not think that they're fun anymore. But
Well, I don't know. I mean, chainsawing is fun.
Yeah.
it's not fun later.
It's all day.
Well,
He said he could chainsaw all day.
Good.
Don't discourage him with
Then-
your
then you
negative
shall be.
attitude.
I don't know if it's because I'm like 40, but my Facebook, you know how there's those sponsored ads that pop up on your Facebook, and whoever it is a person, or whatever makes these Facebook ads kind of looks at your age, your where you live.
demographics.
Right. They like know these things about
Yeah.
you. But often I find mine way off base. Like all I've been getting now, and it's like every 3 posts on my Facebook homepage are for some super smutty romance novel that you can buy on Amazon. So it must be a thing that like middle-aged women are reading a lot of weird erotica because that's all that's popping. It's all that's popping up.
Interesting.
And I don't know where they're getting that from me because I don't
it's
read
tricky.
it.
Well, the one that got me before I got the ad blocker, because I do have an ad blocker, so I don't
Yeah.
see ads on my Facebook. But I used to get these ads for, the photograph would be like a woman's fat stomach.
Oh yeah, I get those too.
Yeah, and then I wondered like how that's just based probably on
The little
age.
animated shrinking stomach.
Yeah, like if you're old enough to have had a child, then probably
Right.
they know that they could target you for that.
For
and if you
stomach
actually
things.
have a flat stomach, then you're paranoid that you might lose your flat stomach because there's such a high priority in our society to have a flat stomach, which I'll never achieve that. But
Nope.
it's okay. It's just you don't get everything you want in life.
It's just why do they pretend that you can? There isn't,
Or
there
that you
isn't any
should.
way.
Or that
Well,
you should.
No, they pretend like that's achievable for a woman who's had babies, and maybe one in a million.
It is for some people.
Like I do know a couple people that have had a baby or two that look like they've never had a baby, but
Right.
But
It's genetic.
I'm a fitness professional, and I can't get a flat stomach, and I know what muscles to target, and I
Right.
still can't.
It's just more brainwashing. Brainwashing is
It's
the
just kind
word of the
mean
century.
them
We're
to
just
pretend like that is
Well,
like even feasible for
yeah.
anyone who's had a baby
yeah.
or for the majority of people who have had a baby anyway.
Yeah, so anyway, I have to clean the house today because I have Airbnb guests coming, and I hardly have any time to clean the house. But, then I was thinking, wait a minute, these folks are paying me $65 to stay in my house that you can't...
It's not worth cleaning your house for them.
That's right. You can't even pay somebody $65 to clean your house.
Exactly.
So I thought, what am I doing bending over backwards?
You should tell the people, my fee is $65 and you have to clean my house.
Well, some Airbnb people charge a cleaning fee. I kind of understand it, like $15 cleaning fee. But then nobody would ever stay at my house if it was, I would raise the price point to $80. No way.
You haven't made any like little brochure or anything, have you?
No, I'm not that interested in being a hostess.
Well, I may have to send some more people your way. Sorry, I don't want to have to make you clean, but I'll try to do it like after you've actually.
No, you can't.
We have all these weddings.
I don't mind doing it now and then.
Okay.
So it's fine. It's just I couldn't do it every day. I couldn't do it every week.
I just picked up a stack of brochures from the Antique Den here in South Royalton because I had to go to their yard sale and buy some things from them.
Yeah, you can put me on your list.
Okay.
Well, we had so many topics that we could have gotten to, and I guess we'll get to them next week.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't really get to anything either.
Yeah. But at least we talked about neutrinos. That was big.
And snails.
Yeah, snails. The love life of snails. So... okay, so you've been listening to the 11th Hour podcast. We're broadcasting from South Royalton on Royalton Community Radio.
We forgot to thank our sponsors.
We have a bunch of sponsors. We have the Rivendell Restoration Painting and Restoration.
Howeville Farms. Mountain Folk Concert Series. Hold on.
We forgot something.
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, Tunbridge Grease Collective.
Yes, thank you.
I mean, that's the coolest one.
No, Ira, you're not our sponsor.
Well,
you can be our sponsor.
He can be our unofficial sponsor and mascot.
Yes.
And Eli is our woodsman, and our chainsaw.
Fact checker.
Fact checker.
Science and nerdiness.
Yeah, so, we'll be back next week.
Friday at 11 a.m.
And check out our podcast. If you have a phone,
you can subscribe.
You've got one of those cellular devices. You can find us on a
telephone.
Yeah, if you've got a podcast app, you can probably find it.
Mobile telephones.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And, I'll try to get that up soon within a few days.
And those you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us at 11thhourradio.com. Where else? They're all over the place. I don't know.
Facebook page.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What, Eli? Eli, I'm not telling people to subscribe to your YouTube channel right now.
Well, we could. There's a plug.
Eli and his buddies have made a little... It's called Crew Epic on Facebook. Not on Facebook, I'm sorry. On YouTube.
Cool.
And they
I'll
put
watch it.
Funny videos of paper airplanes and skateboarding and things on there.
Awesome. All right, so we're on the way out. Here we go.
Bye, you guys. Have a great weekend. It's going to be hot.
If you're riding the road tonight, south of the Chelsea line, chances are the moon is bright. Windows down and the air's rushing in. South of the Chelsea rim, silver rain soaking your skin. How did we make this? What drives this love so strong? I have been waiting, yes, I have been waiting so long. If you're staying with friends tonight, south of the Chelsea line, I just hope that they treat you right. 'Cause every window and every floor south of my Chelsea door is a place where I'll come to shore. Oh, how did we make this? drives this love so strong? I have been waiting, yes, I have been waiting so long. If you're coming up north tonight from south of the Chelsea line, every fire will be shining bright. Oh, where will we take this? I can't believe it's wrong to reach beyond